In a small town on the vast prairie of Kansas, USA, there was a young man named Alex Harper. He had just turned 20. Alex was smart and polite, with a warm smile that made everyone like him. But behind that smile, Alex carried a silent pain. His father had passed away in a truck accident just 2 years ago, leaving behind an unfinished promise. "Son, I'm proud of you, but you need to build your own future." People in the town still remembered Mr. Harper as a hard-working farmer, and they hoped Alex would follow in his footsteps. However, Alex had a big problem. He longed for great success, a good job in the city, a life away from the barren fields. But every day, he did nothing. He would make grand plans in his mind, but never take action. He waited for the perfect moment, the moment when everything would change in the blink of an eye. But that moment never came, and loneliness slowly ate away at his heart. Alex had graduated from community college 6 months ago, with a technical degree his father had once dreamed of. Now, he sat idly in their old wooden house, where family photos hung on the walls, reminding him of the cozy nights by the fireplace. He lived with his mother and younger brother, Tommy, who was just 12 years old. His mother, Ellen, worked tirelessly at the local diner from early morning until late at night, her hands rough from cleaning and serving, yet her eyes still sparkled with hope whenever she looked at Alex. They had once been a happy family, with picnics by the Kansas River, where his father told stories of his dream to take the whole family to Chicago. Now, the days passed in silence, and Alex still did nothing. He read books about self-improvement, like Atomic Habits, which his mother had bought for him on his birthday, hoping they would ignite something in her son. He watched success stories on YouTube, but each time he turned off the screen, sadness would overwhelm him. He missed his father, who always said, "Small actions today are the foundation for a big tomorrow." In his mind, Alex would come up with self-improvement plans, learn programming, go to the gym, even start an organic farm, but he never took action. He believed that small steps were a joke, that to succeed, he needed a big breakthrough, just like his father had dreamed of a huge contract with city companies. He looked at his friends on Facebook, people like Jake and Sarah, who now had stable jobs in Wichita, posting photos of their travels with bright smiles, and his heart ached with jealousy and self-blame. Every night, lying on his old bed, Alex would whisper a promise to the photo of his father on the table. "Tomorrow, I will start. Tomorrow, I will change and make you proud." But the dawn would come, and everything would remain the same, leaving him with a nagging regret like an unhealed wound. He wanted to work out so his body wouldn't feel tired from the sleepless nights of thinking, but he never stepped foot in the local gym. He wanted to learn a new skill, like Python coding, to pursue his tech dream, but he kept telling himself, "Next month, when everything is ready." He wanted to wake up early to make use of the morning on the fields, where his father had taught him how to plow. But he thought, "It's just one day, what's the harm?" and would sleep until noon. Weeks turned into months, and Alex sank deeper into disappointment. He felt like he was betraying his father's promise, forcing his mother to shoulder the burden alone, and Tommy, his little brother with big, trusting eyes, would grow up without a reliable role model. His mother never scolded him, but the wrinkles on her forehead deepened, and each dinner she silently watched him eat, as if swallowing her worries. Neighbors whispered to her at the diner, "What's Alex doing, Ellen? He's so smart." She would smile weakly. "He's waiting for the right opportunity." But tears would roll down her face when she turned away. Alex knew the harsh truth. He was wasting his youth, wasting his father's legacy. If he didn't change, his friends would soar, his mother would burn out, and Tommy would follow his pattern of procrastination. The dreams of a big house for his mother, of taking Tommy to a baseball game in Kansas City, would shatter like grains of sand blowing in the prairie wind. One chilly autumn afternoon, when the yellow leaves fell softly on the dirt road leading to the fields, his grandfather, Grandpa Henry, a World War II veteran with eyes deep with loss, sat with him on an old rocking chair beneath the ancient oak tree. Grandpa was the last pillar of the family, with stories of the war and lessons of resilience. He looked at Alex, his voice warm but trembling with age. "Grandson,
These big oak trees didn't grow just from one rainstorm. They grew with every drop of water, every sunny day, little by little. You can't see it, but it's happening as long as you allow it. Alex listened, tears rolling down his face as he remembered how Grandpa had told these stories to his father beneath the same tree. But the advice seemed too simple, too fragile compared to the pain he was carrying, and he brushed it off, heading inside with a heavy heart. His mother, witnessing her son wither away over the months, could no longer bear the pain. One foggy morning, she took Alex's hand, her voice choked with emotion. "Son, I can't see you like this anymore. Your father wouldn't want this." She took him to meet Mr. Elias, a wise 65-year-old man on the outskirts of town, a former principal of the old school, and a counselor to many young people who had lost their way. Many successful people in the big city still sent him thank you letters, telling how he helped them find the light in the darkness. Alex expected harsh reprimands, long lectures about family responsibility. But when he met Mr. Elias in his humble wooden house, surrounded by old books and the smell of roasted coffee mingling with the prairie wind, he was surprised. Mr. Elias wore an old plaid shirt, his face calm, with a gentle smile like Grandpa's. He simply looked at Alex with eyes full of compassion, as if seeing his own pain reflected. Then he said softly, "Come back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Bring a notebook. We'll start with the smallest things." Alex was confused but curious, a glimmer of hope breaking through the fog. The next morning, he went to Mr. Elias's small house, his heart pounding with a mix of anxiety and anticipation. Mr. Elias handed him a blank notebook, his voice as warm as a lullaby. "Every day, write down 3 tiny things you'll do that day. They must be so small that you can't fail. Small like the seeds your father used to plant in the fields. Do them, then mark them off. Do this every day for 30 days, no skipping. This isn't about changing the world right away. It's to heal your heart bit by bit." Alex asked, his voice trembling. "What things, sir?" Mr. Elias smiled. "Simple things. Drink a glass of water when you wake up to refresh your body like the dawn. Read 2 pages of a book to nurture your soul. Do 5 push-ups to remember that strength begins with small movements." Alex laughed weakly, tears welling up as he remembered how his father used to teach him push-ups in the backyard. "Is that all? These things are so small. They won't erase the pain of losing Dad. They won't bring success to Mom and Tommy." Mr. Elias placed his hand on Alex's shoulder, his voice steady. "Grandson, success isn't a great storm that sweeps away everything. It's a steady drizzle. Trust me, and trust yourself, because your father is watching from above, waiting for you to begin." Alex nodded, though he thought it was silly, but the simplicity of it made it hard to refuse. The first 3 days went smoothly. Every morning he wrote 3 small tasks in the notebook, completed them under the soft sunlight, and marked them off with a strange sense of joy. He felt a warmth spread across him, as if his father was smiling from the stars. But on the 5th day, the old darkness returned. He stayed up late from nightmares about his father's accident, woke up late with red eyes, and skipped the tasks. On the 7th day, he missed another day, making excuses like, "I'm too tired today." But the guilt gnawed at him. He thought of Tommy playing outside, hoping his big brother would be there to lean on. On the 10th day, Alex went back to Mr. Elias, his head down, his voice breaking. "I couldn't do it every day, sir. They're too small, but I keep forgetting. I'm afraid of failing, afraid that just like when Dad left, everything will fall apart." Mr. Elias didn't get angry, just asked a question that made Alex's heart twist. If you can't do the small things to honor your father, how can you build a great future for your mother and brother? Alex went silent, tears flowing, his shame mingling with awakening. Mr. Elias hugged him like a father, explaining, "Alex, you think small actions don't matter, but that's the biggest mistake. Success isn't a leap across a chasm, it's steady steps on a bridge, one step at a time. If you improve just 1% every day, after a year, you'll be 37 times stronger. Think about high-speed trains. If they're off just 1 degree, they'll reach the wrong station completely. Small changes create big miracles, and they will heal the wounds in your heart.
Alex asked, his voice shaking, "Can small daily habits really lead to great success? And bring Dad back in memories?" Mr. Elias nodded, his eyes gleaming. "Yes, most people wait for big miracles, but the winners, like your father once was, build from small habits, enduring through storms." That night, Alex sat alone in his room, the notebook in hand, tears streaming down as he remembered the afternoons his father taught him to fish by the river. He realized he had been wrong all along. Waiting wasn't honoring his father, it was running from the pain. He decided, "I will do the small things every day. I won't wait anymore. For Mom, for Tommy, and for Dad." He wasn't sure if it would work, but he chose to believe in the process, like believing in the rains that nourish the fields. Mr. Elias said, "Come back here every week, show me your notebook. I'll guide you, like a father." Alex began his journey. He woke up at 6 a.m. when the fog still covered the town, writing 3 small tasks in his notebook under the warm glow of the desk lamp. In the first week, they were simple. Drink water and think about a happy memory with Dad. Stretch for 2 minutes by the window looking at the fields. Make the bed to start the day neatly. In the second week, he added, read 5 pages of a book. Write a gratitude journal for his mother. In the third week, a new challenge. Learn 3 Spanish words, because Mr. Elias once told him about his journey as an immigrant. Help Tommy with his homework. Hug his little brother and whisper, "I'll be your support." The tasks were still small, always achievable, helping him focus on persistence instead of perfection. Every evening, he marked them off, feeling small victories like invisible hugs. Some days easy like a breeze, others tough like inner storms, but he didn't stop, because every check was a whisper to his father, "I'm trying." This self-improvement journey wasn't easy, filled with emotional cracks. In the second week, Alex felt frustrated, thinking, "It's too slow, like this life will never change since Dad left." In the third week, his friends invited him to a late-night bar in a nearby town where country music drowned the sorrow. He went and broke his routine the next day, waking up with regret like a burning fire. On the fourth week, he almost gave up, doubting himself. "I'm not disciplined, just a failure." He ran to Mr. Elias, his voice shaky from crying. Mr. Elias hugged him, whispering, "You're not that boy anymore, Alex. You've improved 1% every week. You just haven't seen it yet, but your mother sees it, Tommy sees it, and your father surely sees it. Keep going, because these small steps are rebuilding your heart." Alex wiped his tears, nodded, and kept going. Around the 25th day, the miracle began. His body grew stronger, no longer tired. His mind was clearer. The nightmares about his father softened into warm dreams. He spoke more coherently, with a true smile. His mother noticed first, during a simple dinner. "Son, you wake up earlier. Your eyes are brighter. I see your father in you now." She hugged him, her tears soaking his shoulder, and in that moment, Alex felt the pain melt a little. Friends also whispered, "Alex, you're different now. You look stronger." He looked in the mirror, seeing a man with discipline, confidence flowing like the Kansas River in spring. "I did it," he thought. "I've built the habit for my family." Then a huge opportunity came like a wind from the east. A tech company from Kansas City came to the town, hiring young people to train for developer positions in the big city. They interviewed 10 candidates, each having to give a 5-minute speech about what makes you different. This was Alex's dream: a good job, a city life for his mother to rest, taking Tommy to a baseball game, all that his father had promised. Only 3 days to prepare, but now Alex was different. He used his habit system to conquer it. Day 1, write a page of ideas, inspired by the notebook. Done. Day 2, practice speaking for 10 minutes in front of the mirror, imagining Dad applauding. Done. Day 3, practice in front of Mom and Tommy,
with his little brother cheering, "You're amazing!" Done. In the interview day, under the blue sky of Kansas, Alex was nervous but ready, his notebook in his pocket like a charm. When it was his turn, he stood in front of the recruiters, his voice calm but shaking with emotion. "I'm not the smartest or most talented here. I was once the boy who lost his father, lost in pain and procrastination. But I have something different, small daily habits. I improve 1% every day, not waiting for miracles, but creating small victories to honor my father, to make my mother smile, and to be a hero for my brother. If you choose me, I'll come every day, learn and grow. That's my promise to my family and to myself." The recruiters listened, their eyes sparkling. They saw not only confidence, but also the heart that had healed from brokenness. 2 days later, the call came like a miracle. Alex was chosen. The family gathered in the small kitchen, her mother crying in her arms, whispering, "Your father would be so proud, son." Grandpa Henry, over the phone from the nursing home, laughed out loud. "You did it!" Tommy jumped up. "I want to be like you, Alex. Teach me the notebook." Alex stood there, tears flowing with joy and gratitude, realizing that small habits had turned pain into strength. He went to visit Mr. Elias, who smiled. "You don't just have a job, Alex. You've become the man your father dreamed of, a son, a brother, a winner." Alex realized a profound truth. Before, he had been lazy, lost in the darkness of loss. Before, he had waited for big moments to fill the void his father left. Now he had discipline and purpose, creating small victories every day to build the future. Before, dreams were just empty promises. Now they were loving actions. Alex was no longer the boy sitting idly waiting. He was the man keeping his promises to his family and himself. His story spread throughout the small town, over coffee at his mother's diner, over local football games. Young people came to him. "How did you do it, Alex?" He showed them his notebook, shared the small tasks, the 1% improvement system, and the story of his father, how small steps had healed his heart. They started their own notebooks, and the town seemed brighter, full of hope. Mr. Elias watched quietly, a life transformed. Small steps, big results. One evening before boarding the train to Kansas City, Alex sat beneath the old oak tree where Grandpa once told stories. The sunset glowed red over the prairie, sparrows flew home, and the air carried the familiar scent of dry grass. He opened the old notebook, turned to the first page. Those small tasks that once seemed silly now sparkled like diamonds. He whispered to the wind, "I waited for the perfect moment, Dad, but the moment was every morning when I chose small actions to live up to you." He smiled peacefully, tears streaming with gratitude. Tomorrow, a new life would begin in the big city, but the secret remained the same: 1% better every day. Maybe you're like Alex, waiting for the perfect moment in the midst of silent pain, but the truth is, that moment doesn't exist. Start small today. Choose 3 tiny things, write them down in a notebook, do them, and check them off. One day, these small actions will bloom into miracles, heal your heart, and change your life. That's how real success works, how self-improvement happens, from wounds to strength. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who's lost, and don't forget to subscribe to Deep Life Stories for more inspiring stories, helping you get 1% better every day. Together, we'll build unforgettable journeys.